Okay, so we have a GE profile refrigerator, and our problem is the lower drawers that you put your vegetables in have a tendency to freeze the vegetables or make them icy. So what I did, of course we took everything out of the fridge, but you remove your shelving, your drawers from the inside of the fridge. So you remove all this stuff out of here, loosen this back thing. Of course there's normally a screw in here, I have it all loose right now. And behind here you'll see this little styrofoam thing. Okay, so let's get down here. So, and if you feel around this, you feel cold air blowing. Of course, if the refrigerator's running, calling for cooling. This is where the cold air comes in and drops down into the freezer. The problem is the seals around here are real poor. And you can feel air leaking out. Of course, cold air is right here on the two drawers, and it freezes everything. So what you need to do is pull all this stuff up, tape and seal all this, seal it around here. Pull this off here. So here's the freezer damper. It slides in there. So cold air blows in through these holes, drops down into the freezer, and goes down. And this damper opens and closes as the freezer needs more or less cooling. But if we see this gasket here, it's got a little crack in it. This is not sealed real well to the wall back there. So air leaks out from back here, air leaks out through here, air leaks out through the sides of the styrofoam. So all that has to be sealed so cold air can't drift out when the freezer is calling for cooling. So I'll get all this sealed up and taped, show you what I come up with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do down here as of right now, but we'll come up with something. But that's why the food in the drawers, the crisper drawers, freeze. Because all this cold air is leaking past these gaskets. Of course, cold air falls, sits at this bottom, and freezes everything down here in the drawers. So we'll get all that sealed up and taped. That's what you do. So my model number, let's see where we're at, is a PF SS2M IXASS. So that's where we're at. But that's what I found why the food freezes in those lower drawers. Alright, so I'll take this up after I get it fixed a little. Okay, so what I'm going to do is remove all this cracked black foam spongy stuff, gasketing, because it's not sealing real well. Doesn't look like this foam does anything. This does most of the sealing. So we're going to remove this. It's all not sealed real well. I have this double-sided tape, and if I double stack it, it's going to be the same height as this black foam. So I'm just going to do double-sided tape around here. Alright, so we're gonna see if I can put this together, see if I can balance my phone here. Let's see what's going on. Take damper where it belongs. And you want to make sure that this foam is in good shape too, because it's sealing around here. But as long as this sealed, it really doesn't make too much of a difference. So the wires just fold down and actually kind of pinch between the styrofoam here. A little notch cut out for it. Let's see if we can get this to slide down. Now where it belongs. Some tape. Dampers in there. These last two pieces of double-sided tape. Just so you guys know, you can unplug this damper and work on everything on your counter. So it's kind of silly doing it in the fridge. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So I got the tape peeled off of this one. I gotta peel the tape off the rest of it before we seal it. Yeah, that would have been a lot easier to do on the counter. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Alright, live and you learn. So let me get the rest of this tape off. Okay, so I was doing some double-sided tape originally, but that wasn't working. So I'm going to do this window seal. It's the same depth and maybe a little heavier density. So we're going to do that for this seal around the base. And then the foam in the back is pretty good, so I may just leave that. But I did get some real low, soft density foam that I may put around here and then along the bottom here where I removed that soft density yellow foam. Put it together and show you from there. Okay, so here's what I did. Put the higher density foam in here. So that's what seals against here. And then around this outside edge, I put this really low density foam. I mean, it'll almost squish flat, but it's like a secondary seal. This does all the majority of the seal. This is just a secondary seal around it. Of course, I left this foam on the back, and then I put the same really low density foam right here, okay, around both. So then when this sets in place, I get double seals around everything. So I think that's going to work out perfectly. So we'll get it together and show you the outcome. And I'll probably put a strip of foam here, so when I put the plastic cover on, the foam will be in between the cover, this plastic cover, and this, and it'll keep pressure on it that way to keep that seal against the back wall, since that's just foam touching. So it'll help keep pressure on it. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. Okay, so I put an extra strip of foam along this back and along the top. So when I place this cover in place, this foam will keep pressure on the back wall, and this foam will keep pressure pushing down to keep a good tight seal both ways. So, let's see if we can get this camera positioned somewhere. up. All right, let's see. No air leaking around at all. So this worked perfect. Now to get all the drawers back in, we'll show you from there. And here we are with the shelf back in. This back here is where air is leaking around this lower half, causing this whole lower half to get really cold and the stuff in these drawers to freeze. So now that we have the new foam seal in there, see if you can see it in there. Kind of see it along the edge there. So that's the secondary seal. Of course, the primary seal is the one on the inside, the black one. So between the two seals, there is no air leaking out of here at all around any of these sides. So that should completely take care of our issue. So I think we're good. Put the drawers back in and I am all set. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, ask me any questions you want. See if I can help. Thanks.